Welcome to the Thought Portal, where neuroscience meets transformation. I'm your host, Dr. Jeffrey L. Fannin, PhD, and every week we're exploring the mind, unlocking insights, and helping you shift into your next level. Let's open the portal and step in. Today's episode reveals something both ancient and cutting-edge: heart coherence, and how it unlocks the doorway to intuitive intelligence. We often think of intelligence as something that resides solely in the brain. But what if your greatest source of clarity, insight, and inner knowing is not in your head, but in your heart? That's not just poetry, that's neuroscience. Let's begin by grounding this concept: the science of heart coherence. Your heart is more than a pump. It has its own complex nervous system, often referred to as the heart-brain. This network of over 40,000 neurites can sense, feel, learn, and remember. It sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. That's right, communication is mostly heart to brain, not the other way around. When you're in a state of coherence, your heart rhythms become smooth and harmonious, like waves moving in sync. This coherence doesn't just feel good, it optimizes your nervous system, brain function, hormonal balance, and emotional state. It's measurable through heart rate variability, or HRV, a key biofeedback tool in the field of neurocardiology. In short, when your heart is coherent, your whole system works better. The link between coherence and intuition. So how does this relate to intuitive intelligence? Heart coherence creates the ideal internal environment for intuition to arise. It emerges in the space between mind and feeling, and coherence brings the two into alignment. When your heart rhythm becomes stable and resonant, the electromagnetic signals create coherence in the brain, especially in the prefrontal cortex, where executive decisions and insight are processed. In this state, you are not overthinking. You are not overwhelmed by emotion. Instead, you're centered, able to access a higher intelligence that feels both subtle and certain. You've likely experienced this in moments of deep clarity when you just knew something was right, even if you couldn't explain how. That's intuitive intelligence, and heart coherence is its gateway. The role of the heart's electromagnetic field. The heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in the human body, about 60 times greater in amplitude than the brain's field, and detectable several feet outside your body. This field not only influences your own biology, but interacts with the fields of others. When you're coherent, you emit signals that stabilize and synchronize with the people around you. This explains why some people feel calming and trustworthy, even without words, and why emotional energy is contagious. In team settings, family dynamics, or group coherence practices, the heart becomes a harmonizer. Your heart is not just sensing the world, it's shaping it. Accessing coherence. It's a practice, not a mystery. Now let's talk about how to access this powerful state. Heart coherence is not random, it can be cultivated intentionally. One of the most effective ways is through heart-focused breathing. 1. Shift your attention to your heart. 2. Breathe slowly and deeply in for 5 seconds, then out for 5 seconds more. 3. Imagine the breath flowing in and out of your chest. 4. Activate a regenerative feeling, such as gratitude, compassion, or appreciation. 5. Sustain that feeling while breathing rhythmically for 1 to 2 minutes. In this state, your HRV synchronizes with your breath. Your nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and restore. Your prefrontal cortex activates, and the door to intuitive insight gently opens. Daily practice, even 3 to 5 minutes, can rewire how you process stress, make decisions, and relate to others. The heart-brain axis is affecting all of your decisions. Studies by the HeartMath Institute show that the heart often receives intuitive signals before the brain processes them. In controlled experiments, the heart's rhythm patterns shift before a subject consciously sees an emotional image. That means the heart is not just reacting to experience, it's anticipating it through those 40,000 neurites in the pericardial sac around the heart. When you're coherent, you gain access to non-linear perception and awareness that moves ahead of logic. When tuned into a field of possibilities, you're able to make faster, wiser decisions with less effort. This is critical in leadership, healing, creativity, and spiritual growth. When multiple individuals enter coherence together, whether in a room, on a Zoom call, or during global meditations, a collective field is formed. Research suggests that group coherence can affect measurable changes in crime rates, social harmony, and even weather patterns. So your coherence isn't just personal, it's planetary. By mastering heart coherence, you're not just transforming your own life. You're becoming a node of stability in the energetic web that connects us all. Here's the truth. Your heart holds more intelligence than we've been taught to believe. It is both a compass and a conductor, guiding you toward what's true, and synchronizing your body, brain, and life with the deeper rhythms of the universe. Heart coherence is the bridge between your biology and your being. And once you learn to access it intentionally, you no longer guess, you know. You no longer react, you respond with grace. And most importantly, you live intuitively aligned with your highest self. This is the path of coherence. This is the hidden key to intuitive intelligence. I invite you to visit us at thoughtuniversity.net. Thanks for stepping into the Thought Portal with me, where neuroscience meets transformation. If today sparked a new idea or shift for you, share it, subscribe, and leave a review. Until next time, keep your mind open and your growth intentional.